Joining me now is Grayson Rodriguez. And Grayson, thanks so much for taking the time to be with us here on High Heat. Congratulations to you. I'm not certain how the moment lived up to the expectation, but take me through that day for you.
It was really crazy. Just kind of from the first moment, they told me that I was going to the big leagues when I was in AAA, just jumping on a plane, flying to Dallas, and catching up with the team. Man, it was pretty special.
And there is no place like home. You are from the Texas area, the Dallas area. So what was that like for you, knowing that you were going home, you were going to be in front of friends and family, but you still had a job to do?
Yeah, there was a lot of friends and family there, only being about, 3 hours from home. It's pretty special having a lot of, just childhood friends, teammates, everybody there. Man, it was awesome.
All right, so you're like, okay, great. I get called to the show. I'm ready for this. I've been working for this. But yay, I have Jacob deGrom on the other side. Do you have to think about the fact that you're facing the Rangers lineup, or are you thinking, okay, here we go?
Really just the lineup. Obviously, it's hard to compete with Jacob deGrom. I guess that's a pretty special player to go up against for my debut, but watching him throw was pretty special. And obviously going up against a good Rangers lineup, it was just a very cool experience.
And Grayson, you're the number 5 prospect overall in baseball, the number 2 pitching prospect if you look at the numbers. And with great expectation comes great responsibility. How do you quiet the noise and just do what you know you can do that got you to this point?
I just block all that out. Prospect rankings, that's something that, to me that I've really never paid attention to. Coming up through high school, I guess I wasn't really regarded as a top pick. Just kind of seeing both sides of the spectrum. So now, it's obviously great recognition, but it doesn't really impact my performance on the field, and I have to go out and throw the ball and put my team in the best spot possible to win.
All right, so going through high school, not a top pick, as you just mentioned, you became a very high prospect. So how did that fuel you?
Really just trying to, prove the doubters wrong. A lot of people said I wouldn't be able to do it, and that's really, I just took that to heart. It kind of fuels me. It just, in the off season, during the season, it's something I'm always thinking about.
All right. You know how they say that, celebrities, they're just like us? Well, Major League Baseball players, they're just like us, Grayson, because I, too, like Chick-fil-A. Tell me about your pregame routine.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is something that I like to eat before games. The grilled chicken nuggets, it's my favorite. That's something that I do every game day. So, that's something I've been doing since 2019 when I was in low A. So it's a tradition that's still going strong.
All right, I can do that too, but I can't throw 100 miles an hour. Let me know a little bit more about the pitch mix, the repertoire, and how you know that things are going well on the mound. What does it feel like?
Really just being in the zone with fastballs, putting guys away with sliders and changeups, just kind of mixing speeds well, and really just kind of working the heater on the upper part of the zone.
I really feel, Grayson, that when you achieve a certain level, nobody does it on their own. And I know that this was such a family affair for you. And take me through the emotion, if you can, put it into words, when you saw your family waiting for you, most specifically your dad, Gilbert. That was an emotional moment. And you kind of, from the outside looking in, it looks like you just were able to let go.
Yeah, that's somebody that's been with me the whole way, ever since I was, 4 years old in T-ball. He was my coach. Just, to share that moment with my family and them. They've been to a lot of baseball games. They've canceled a lot of vacations during the summer to get me to summer games and stuff like that. So, man, it was just a lot of years that have finally paid off.
What did he say to you?
I really can't even remember. I think we were too busy crying there at the beginning. But yeah, man, just seeing kind of a flash of the past, just kind of, go before your eyes. That being the first time that I got to see him face to face. I get to see my mom too, since the call up and everything. So it was just a special moment.
And you guys work so hard for this to get to where you're going. Have you taken a moment to just let it all sink in and man, I finally made it to the show. This is real.
It definitely felt real today when I got to walk into Camden Yards for the first time as a player. Seeing the games from the crowd, and just being able to walk in the clubhouse and see my locker, it's a dream come true.
And I would imagine it's nice that you get to throw to Adley. You guys have spent time together, obviously, in the minors. You're reunited in the big leagues. How much comfort does that give a pitcher when you know the guy behind the plate?
Yeah, so Adley's been catching me since 2019 when I was 19 years old. So that's pretty special. I like to joke around and say that he knows me better than I know myself. So, very rarely do I shake him off. He's a very special talent.
All right, and you know what? You already have a T-shirt in your honor. Coming up on April 11th, the Orioles are giving away a T-shirt that says "Gas 'em up." Welcome to the show, Grayson Rodriguez. Like I said, you throw 100 miles an hour. Pretty nice to know that you're going to be part of this community. What's your take on this tee?
Yeah, so they just told me about that right before I came on air, and that's pretty special. It's a pretty special feeling, having that. Just a giveaway that's about, about you or your name. That's pretty special. Something that definitely blew my mind. So I'm excited.
Grayson Rodriguez, you are a Major League Baseball player. Congratulations on the debut. Best of luck the remainder of what's going to be a great career. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for having me.